Will Smith has built an extraordinary career spanning decades, cementing himself as one of Hollywood's most versatile and bankable stars. From dramatic roles to blockbuster hits, his films have captivated audiences around the world. Today, we'll take a closer look at Will Smith's remarkable filmography, highlighting the milestones, successes, and even the occasional challenges in his career. Let's begin with Where the Day Takes You, released in August 1992. While specific budget and gross figures are not available, this film has an IMDb rating of 6.4 and a Rotten Tomatoes score of 60%. This film marked one of Smith's earliest forays into serious acting, showcasing his ability to tackle more dramatic roles. Next, we have 6 Degrees of Separation, which debuted in December 1993. This critically acclaimed film also lacks budget and gross data but holds a strong IMDb rating of 7.2 and an impressive 92% on Rotten Tomatoes. Interestingly, Smith's performance was so compelling that he was nominated for a Tony Award for his role in the original stage production. Moving on to Bad Boys, released in April 1995. This action-packed film had a budget of $19 million and grossed an impressive $141.4 million. It carries a rating of 7.0 on IMDb and a 42% score on Rotten Tomatoes. The chemistry between Smith and Martin Lawrence was so dynamic that it led to multiple sequels. In Independence Day, released on July 3, 1996, Smith took on a heroic role in this iconic sci-fi film. With a budget of $75 million, it grossed a staggering $817.4 million worldwide. The film holds a rating of 7.0 on IMDb and 68% on Rotten Tomatoes. Notably, Smith's famous line, "I'm back," became a cultural catchphrase. Next is Men in Black, which hit theaters on July 2, 1997. This beloved film had a budget of $90 million and grossed $589.4 million. It boasts a rating of 7.3 on IMDb and a remarkable 92% on Rotten Tomatoes. The film's unique blend of comedy and science fiction helped establish Smith as a leading man in Hollywood. Enemy of the State, released on November 20, 1998, features Smith in a thrilling political drama. With a budget of $75 million, it grossed $250 million, earning a rating of 7.3 on IMDb and 73% on Rotten Tomatoes. The film's portrayal of government surveillance struck a chord with audiences, making it more relevant in today's digital age. In June 1999, Smith starred in the critically panned Wild Wild West. Despite a hefty budget of $170 million, it only managed to gross $222.1 million, receiving a low 4.9 on IMDb and a mere 17% on Rotten Tomatoes. However, the film featured innovative steampunk aesthetics that have since gained a cult following. The following year, he appeared in The Legend of Bagger Vance, released on November 3, 2000. With a budget of $30 million, it earned $39.4 million, holding a rating of 6.7 on IMDb and 61% on Rotten Tomatoes. This film was notable for its philosophical undertones, exploring themes of redemption and the human spirit. In Ali, released in December 2001, Smith delivered a powerful performance as boxing legend Muhammad Ali. The film had a budget of $107 million but grossed only $87 million, earning a rating of 7.2 on IMDb and 67% on Rotten Tomatoes. Smith underwent rigorous training for the role, gaining weight and learning to box to authentically portray the legendary athlete. Men in Black 2, which premiered on July 3, 2002, had a budget of $140 million and grossed $441.8 million. However, it received a lower IMDb rating of 6.1 and a 39% rating on Rotten Tomatoes. The film is known for its memorable gadgets and alien designs, many of which were created by the same team behind the original film. In Bad Boys 2, released on July 18, 2003, Smith reunited with Martin Lawrence. The film had a budget of $130 million and grossed $273.3 million, with a rating of 7.0 on IMDb, but only 23% on Rotten Tomatoes. The explosive action sequences and comedic banter were a highlight, making it a fan favorite despite its mixed reviews. I, Robot, released on July 16, 2004, showcased Smith in a futuristic role. With a budget of $120 million, it grossed $347.2 million and received an IMDb rating of 7.1 and 61% on Rotten Tomatoes. The film prompted discussions about artificial intelligence and ethics, making it a thought-provoking watch. In Shark Tale, released on October 1, 2004, Smith lent his voice to an animated character. The film had a budget of $75 million and grossed $367.5 million, holding a rating of 6.0 on IMDb and 35% on Rotten Tomatoes. This film featured a star-studded voice cast, including Angelina Jolie and Robert De Niro, creating a buzz around its release. Next, we have Hitch, which premiered on February 11, 2005. This romantic comedy had a budget of $70 million and grossed $368.1 million, earning a rating of 6.6 on IMDb and 69% on Rotten Tomatoes. The film is often cited for its humorous take on dating advice, resonating with audiences looking for love. In The Pursuit of Happiness, released on December 15, 2006, Smith delivered a heartwarming performance. The film had a budget of $55 million and grossed $307.1 million, achieving an impressive IMDb rating of 8.0 and a 67% score on Rotten Tomatoes. Smith's portrayal of Chris Gardner's struggle inspired many, and he received an Oscar nomination for his performance. I Am Legend, released on December 14, 2007, marked another blockbuster for Smith. With a budget of $150 million, it grossed $585.3 million, earning a rating of 7.2 on IMDb and 68% on Rotten Tomatoes. The film's depiction of loneliness and survival in a post-apocalyptic world struck a chord with viewers. In Hancock, released on July 2, 2008, Smith took on the role of an unconventional superhero. The film had a budget of $150 million and grossed $624.3 million, with an IMDb rating of 6.1 and 40% on Rotten Tomatoes. The film's unique take on the superhero genre offered a fresh perspective on fame and redemption. Next, we have 7 Pounds, released on December 19, 2008. This film had a budget of $25 million and grossed $165.4 million, receiving a rating of 7.6 on IMDb, but only 27% on Rotten Tomatoes. The emotional depth of the story and Smith's performance were praised, even if the film itself was divisive. In Men in Black 3, released on May 25, 2012, Smith returned to one of his most iconic roles. With a budget of $225 million, it grossed $624 million and received a rating of 6.8 on IMDb and 68% on Rotten Tomatoes. The film's time-traveling plot added a new layer to the beloved franchise. After Earth, which premiered on May 31, 2013, had a budget of $130 million but grossed only $243.9 million, earning a disappointing 4.8 on IMDb and a mere 11% rating on Rotten Tomatoes. Despite its commercial failure, the film sparked discussions about survival and father-son relationships. In Focus, released on February 27, 2015, Smith starred in a slick con artist drama. The film had a budget of $50 million and grossed $156.6 million, holding a rating of 6.6 on IMDb and 58% on Rotten Tomatoes. The film's clever twists kept audiences guessing until the very end. Next is Concussion, released on December 23, 2015. With a budget of $35 million, it grossed only $16.2 million, but it received a rating of 7.1 on IMDb and 60% on Rotten Tomatoes. The film brought attention to the serious issue of concussions in sports, particularly in the NFL. In Suicide Squad, released on August 5, 2016, Smith took on the role of Deadshot. The film had a budget of $175 million and grossed $746.8 million but received a rating of 6.0 on IMDb and just 26% on Rotten Tomatoes. Smith's portrayal added depth to a character that became a fan favorite despite the film's mixed reviews. Collateral Beauty, released on December 16, 2016, had a budget of $36 million but grossed only $29.2 million. It holds a rating of 6.8 on IMDb and 29% on Rotten Tomatoes. The film's exploration of love, loss, and redemption struck a chord with some viewers, despite its polarizing reception. In Bright, released on December 22, 2017, Smith starred in this unique urban fantasy. With a budget of $90 million, it grossed $101.3 million and received a rating of 6.0 on IMDb and 27% on Rotten Tomatoes. The film was notable for its ambitious blend of genres, mixing crime drama with fantasy elements. Next, we have a live-action adaptation of Aladdin, which premiered on May 24, 2019. With a budget of $183 million, it grossed over $1.051 billion, earning a rating of 7.0 on IMDb and 57% on Rotten Tomatoes. Smith's portrayal of the genie brought a fresh energy to the classic character, blending humor and heart. In Gemini Man, released on October 11, 2019, Smith played dual roles. The film had a budget of $138 million but grossed only $173.5 million, receiving a low rating of 5.7 on IMDb and 26% on Rotten Tomatoes. The groundbreaking visual effects used to create a younger version of Smith were a major draw for technology enthusiasts. Bad Boys for Life, released on January 17, 2020, saw Smith reuniting with Martin Lawrence once more. With a budget of $90 million, it grossed $426.5 million and received a rating of 6.5 on IMDb, along with a respectable 76% on Rotten Tomatoes. The film's nostalgic elements and action-packed sequences delighted fans of the original series. In King Richard, released on November 19, 2021, Smith portrayed the father of tennis stars Venus and Serena Williams. The film had a budget of $50 million and grossed $43.9 million, earning a strong IMDb rating of 7.5 and a commendable 90% on Rotten Tomatoes. Smith's heartfelt performance earned him an Academy Award for Best Actor. Finally, we look forward to Emancipation, released in December 2022, which had a budget of $35 million. While specific gross figures are not available yet, it holds an IMDb rating of 6.3 and a Rotten Tomatoes score of 45%. The film is anticipated for its powerful themes and Smith's compelling performance. And coming soon, we have Bad Boys, Ride or Die, set to be released on June 7, 2024. With a budget of $130 million, this film is expected to continue Smith's legacy in action comedy. Overall, Will Smith's filmography is a remarkable blend of genres and characters, showcasing his incredible range as an actor. From action-packed blockbusters to heartfelt dramas, Smith has consistently delivered memorable performances that resonate with audiences around the world. Thank you for joining us as we celebrate the cinematic journey of this legendary actor.